Between 1943 and 1945, the Allied forces launched a series of daring invasions across Europe, pushing back Axis powers and liberating millions from tyranny. This is the story of those brave efforts. The first major step in the Allied invasion of Europe began in July 1943 with Operation Husky, the invasion of Sicily. British, American, and Canadian forces landed on the island's southern coast. The operation, led by General Dwight D. Eisenhower, aimed to knock Italy out of the war and open up a new front in Europe. After fierce fighting, the Allies secured Sicily, paving the way for the next stage of the campaign. In September 1943, just months after the fall of Sicily, the Allies invaded mainland Italy. Codenamed Operation Avalanche, American forces landed at Salerno while British forces pressed forward at Taranto. Despite tough German resistance and harsh conditions, the Allied push led to the fall of Rome by June 1944. However, the mountainous terrain of Italy made progress slow and costly. The most famous Allied invasion occurred on June 6, 1944, known as D-Day. On this day, over 156,000 Allied troops landed on the beaches of Normandy in northern France. This massive operation, named Operation Overlord, was a turning point in the war. Facing fierce German defenses, the Allies established a crucial beachhead, leading to the eventual liberation of Paris and the collapse of Nazi control in Western Europe. Just 2 months after D-Day, on August 25, 1944, Paris was liberated. French resistance fighters alongside Allied forces freed the city from Nazi occupation. This victory symbolized the collapse of Hitler's grip on France and inspired further efforts to push the Germans back. In September 1944, Operation Market Garden was launched in the Netherlands. This bold operation involved the largest airborne assault in history, with paratroopers attempting to seize key bridges and open a path into Germany. Despite early successes, the operation ultimately failed to secure the vital bridge at Arnhem, stalling the Allied advance. As the Allies pushed into Belgium and the Ardennes, Hitler launched one last major offensive in December 1944. The Battle of the Bulge, fought in freezing winter conditions, was an attempt to break through Allied lines and recapture vital territory. After weeks of intense fighting, the Allies repelled the German attack, marking the beginning of the end for Nazi Germany. By early 1945, the Allied forces had crossed the Rhine River into Germany. With the Soviets advancing from the east and the Allies from the west, Germany was squeezed on both sides. The final offensives led to the fall of Berlin in May 1945 and the unconditional surrender of Nazi Germany. Europe was finally free. From the beaches of Normandy to the streets of Berlin, the Allied invasion of Europe was one of the most significant military campaigns in history. It was a campaign of sacrifice, courage, and determination, leading to the defeat of fascism and the restoration of peace in Europe.